tantrums. Again, I'm coming with a safe topic on tantrums, but this time I'm going to give you what are the ways and means by which you can overcome the tantrums. Because as parents, many of them are undergoing this problem of the child throwing a lot of tantrum at home. It becomes a very difficult situation on an everyday basis to handle it. So what, as a parent, when I have handled this, and secondly, I've been running a school, and in that, where I myself educated as a teacher and was handling the children on the ground level to help them overcome the practical difficulties. So when I was handling parents and counseling them in the school, they used to tell me, like, in the school they are really nice, how do you manage them? But when they come to home or when they are back home, they are throwing a lot of tantrums. Could you help us? How can we help our children not do the same thing? Because in school they are really nice, you're giving us a very good feedback on him or her, but when they come back home, there's totally a different way that they behave. So I was just thinking about deeply, and I was like finding and researching through that how come the child is showing two different personalities here and there, and what are the differences. From there, I found out a lot of reasons that child doesn't throw a tantrum in this situation inside the school where we were running, and why they are throwing here tantrums. So one by one, I'm going to give you the difference, and I'm going to help you implement that at home. So what would be the first reason that the child does not throw a lot of tantrum in school is because it's an organized environment. So in school, as we were following a proper follow the child philosophy, and we gave the freedom of movement inside the school. But what happened is every day when we were dealing the children, all the activities or the materials or the books were there in the same place. It was clean and organized. So the teacher took the effort every day that the materials and the books will be on the same place, and when the children come back from home to school, they see the environment being clean and organized, their mind becomes highly relaxed. But the same situation doesn't happen in a home. Like when the children come back home, it's in a very shabby condition, it's not much organized. So now what happens here is, the moment they see an environment which is not in an organized manner, the behavior resonates with that. So what can you do in that case? In that case, you can try to manage as much as possible to keep the environment organized. When I say organized, it's not just clean. I'm saying every object should have a place at home. A dining room means the dining should be done in that area, okay? And if there is there's a living room, there has to be certain materials which should be kept in living room in the same place all the time. So it's a particular material is going to be in the same place all the time, and the child gets to know that, okay, this is an organized environment where things are kept properly. That's what organized means. Cleaning is a secondary part. Yes, of course, it's a part of it. So an organized environment helps the brain or the growing brain to become more calm within, inside. Okay, it's first one. Second is about following the routine. In a school, we have a timetable. Like morning they come, they do a prayer, and regularly they go for the next activities. They do a lot of activity with touch and learn materials. Then they go for language. Then they go for playtime. Then they come back, do some math, do some writing. So there is regularly a routine being followed in school, which helps the mind to get prepared for the every next day when they come. So they are already ready. They know what is happening. There is a routine being followed regularly, and all the children are following it. So it becomes easier for the child to settle down. Here at home, when parents don't follow the routine, what happens is children don't get ready. So what happens is, most of the time the parents come, now we'll do the homework, without having any routine. Suddenly when you're free, you come back and ask the child. So there is no routine to it. So as parents, we must do something, not that the whole time you can have a timetable, but every day, same place and a same timetable has to be allocated for the activities like homework, for education, for homework, or any kind of test learning and all that. You need a particular routine. Like before eating, we finish our homework. Before sleeping, we do our reading. In that way, if you're going to have some routine combined along with their regular activities, it's going to help the child become prepared already. Okay, so following the routine is the second important point. Third is about setting clear boundaries. Many of the parents don't make the boundaries clear. Like if you say that I'm going to give the mobile only for half an hour, you have to set the boundaries clearly even before giving. So see, I want to give you mobile, but I want to give you only for 30-40 minutes. I have to stick on to the words every day, not just you try for 1 or 2 times and then leave it. Many of the parents, they try the tips and tricks 1 or 2 times. If it doesn't work, they don't follow. It's not like that. Consistency is a key. You have to keep repeating that values every day to the child, and you must take such kind of strong action in terms of implementing it. Then only the child will know, oh, my mama is very strong in her values. I can't just simply play with her. So if you're going to have that clear boundaries and implement it with consistency and a strong value attached to it, the child will definitely come and fall in alignment with what the boundaries you're setting in. This is the third one. Fourth one is about free play time. Free play time helps the child overcome the tantrumatic issue a lot. First is free playtime, then is a guided playtime. What's the difference? A free playtime is you go to a park where the child plays leisurely, freely. It is having all the freedom to move. But when you're going to any sports classes or gross motor activity classes or motor development classes, there some person is going to be there who is an expert who is going to guide the child. So there they're doing a play under the guidance. There they will learn discipline. They will know what is meant by waiting. They'll know what is called tolerance. And that area will give them some values. And when they go for a free play time, that gives them values like whatever the additional extra stress that they're carrying in their body due to their emotions, all that lets out. Okay? So in that way, both these are necessary for the child to overcome the tantrum. So both these things, free play and the guided playtime, is required for the child to overcome the tantrum. So a free playtime and a guided playtime, both is required for the child. Last but not least, the child should have a very good deep quality sleep. And how will you help the child to go to that deep quality sleep? One, as I told you, a lot of playtime helps the child go to sleep very well. Second is reduced screen time during the day, or before going to sleep, at least around 60 minutes you must allow the child not to have the influence of TV or mobile. Helps the child go to sleep naturally, allowing the brain to go to a deep sleep. Because the children, when they go to sleep with a lot of screen time in the morning or a lot of screen time before sleep, whether it's mobile or TV, doesn't matter. If they go with that sleep, throughout the night they'll be keep getting a lot of thoughts which will be vibrating like this, and doesn't allow the children to go to sleep deeply. So it's very important that you allow your child to go to a deep sleep by giving them a less screen time in the day. But if that is not possible, at least 60 minutes before the sleep, allow them to be free of gadgets. So in that way, these are the 5 simple ways where you can help your child overcome the tantrum, and that's how we helped inside the school. Remember, in the starting I told you, like in school they were not throwing tantrums, but at home they are doing it. What is the reason? There's a less digital screen time here. Here the boundaries are very clear. Here the boundaries are not clear and not implemented every day. Here the routine is followed. Routine is not followed. Here the environment is organized. Here the environment is almost all the time not in an organized way. Here more free time as well as guided time is given. Here it's not given. Here, so these are the major reasons that children don't throw tantrum here and throw a lot of tantrum here. So that's how I can give you the difference and see how far you can try to adopt that at home. We have helped more than thousands of parents during COVID time implement this value through our homeschooling program. So if you want to be part of that, you can just message us or call us. We can help you on that part. Thank you. With this, I'll come with another important topic in the next video. Myself, Rohini, Natural Frequency Coach.